Watch Podcast. It's your motherfucking boys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, hold up. Pause the music.
That was fire.
Wait, don't cut to him, Zach, when you're editing. Wait, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Pocket Watch Podcast has found the last Paul. The missing brother. The one and only. The son of Tony. He also goes by Will Fit. Water Wet Will. Ladies and gentlemen, Will Calhoun.
It's Will Paul. Will Paul.
Will Paul, my bad.
Will Paul.
That's right. We couldn't find him. Yes, sir. Thank you guys for tuning in another week. We got some shit for y'all. Make sure you like,
follow,
share,
and subscribe.
Yes, sir. We got some military shit. We got some reunion reminiscing. We got some fitness. And then last but not least, we got some gambling with the gambling god himself. Will, bro. I want to say gambling god. That's not.
Yeah, let's rephrase that.
Yeah, let's rephrase that. The sports betting genius.
There you go. I like that one.
You like that one better?
Yeah.
SBG.
The SBG, baby.
The sports betting genius. We got a lot to get into. Thank you guys for tuning in. But we did find the last Paul brother.
Hey.
How'd you feel from your brother winning the fight the other night, bro?
Bro, I was so hyped. And it's funny because we were downtown watching it together. And everybody was screaming, F Jake Paul. Did you hear that?
Yeah,
Yeah, everybody's like, F Jake Paul. And I was just running around screaming, clapping, just hyping him up, bro. It was mad funny. I was the only one, but like, who's going to tell me something, you know?
Yeah, fuck no. Hell no. I was waiting for him to drop him because I need him to fight somebody formidable too.
Yeah.
Just a little bit because I think he can win.
Yeah, no, for sure. And that's the thing. A lot of people say, oh, he's not fighting nobody yet.
But he did. The Fury brother.
Yeah, the Fury brother.
Very formidable.
And it was a good fight, though,
Yeah,
too.
it was.
Everybody's like, oh, he lost the only time he fought a good fighter. It's like, bro, he still put up a good fight.
Yeah.
And he's only been training for, what, 5 years?
Yeah. He's a...
Don't disrespect my brother.
And the people in the same bracket that he's fighting have been training their whole lifetime. So
exactly.
Perspective.
He's a YouTuber. Well, was a YouTuber. I think he's a boxer now.
Yeah.
But
1000%.
Who said that? Who was the fighter that said, "Come on, man, you're a YouTuber"? Who I think it was Bradley Martin, right?
Yeah.
What's his name? I forgot his name.
Not Nate Diaz. Oh, Masvidal. It was Masvidal.
No, it wasn't Masvidal.
It wasn't?
No, I think it was Nate Diaz. I think.
I'm sure multiple people said that.
Yeah, he was like, no, because it was like during Bradley's time whenever he was trying to call out everybody saying that he can beat him. And then Bradley was like, "You think I could beat you?" And he was like, "Come on, bro. You a YouTuber, bro."
Oh, no. It was Nate Diaz. No, he said you're a podcaster.
You're a podcaster, bro.
With the buff ass dude or whatever. Yeah.
That shit was funny, bro.
Yeah.
But anyways, was funny. Just hit Will up to jump on the podcast today, and my boy came through, which was super cool. What's cooler is when I went to DM him to come through, the last time we DM'd was to get him to come through. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's fire.
So I've been ducking for 2 years.
Nah, not even. Not even. I love that shit, bro.
Yeah.
I like that we still here for you.
Yeah, bro. That's
Let's
crazy.
go.
That's crazy.
So it's like fast forward. Will's here because we met up at our 10-year reunion. Shout out to Liberty.
Yeah.
No, not too much.
Hey. This is... Can you talk to him? This is your house too. Thank you. I love you. So for those, I'm sorry for the interruption, but whenever you get married, you can't have a podcast anymore. Like shit hits the fan. Anyways, there's an AC guy that's just telling us some general shit. And it's like, hey, this is our house, right?
I feel like get lost in translation, bro.
Yeah, it's your house when shit needs to get clean, but it's my house when shit needs to get fixed. That's fucking crazy. Shout out to my wife. She don't listen to the podcast.
Good,
Thank God.
Good. Thank God. I was going to say, you better edit this out, bro.
Anyways, Will came through mainly because we reconnected during the reunion.
Yep.
Super fire. Shout out to Liberty. But what was interesting, we weren't even going to talk about this, but we were talking pre-recording, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Social media fucked up reunions.
Horribly.
Like, what is a 10-year reunion when I've been keeping up with you since high school, bro?
Yeah, and so this came up because I was speaking to somebody at the reunion, And they're like, hey, how's everything been? And I was thinking to myself, you know how everything's been.
And if you don't know, fuck you.
Yeah, and if you don't know, that means you're not watching my stories.
Yeah.
You're not, you know?
You don't care about me.
Yeah, you don't care about me. Exactly. We all follow each other. Like, everybody in that building, I followed on Instagram or they followed me. Well, for the most part. And so, yeah, I was just like, what is this reunion even for? I see what you're doing every day. I see what you look like. And then you had mentioned that, like, if you didn't see me in 10 years, I look way different now. You'd be like, whoa, who is this guy? But everybody already seen me, so it's just like, you know.
Yeah, like for perfect example, and we're gonna get into it. That's the fitness portion of the episode. But like, Will was how much did you weigh when you graduated high school?
So when I joined the military, which was right after high school, I was like 135 pounds. Now I'm like 220.
Yeah,
225. Yeah, that's a kind of a big difference.
So it's like, imagine seeing 135
pounds,
Will.
Yeah.
That's a lot, bro.
Yeah.
And if we didn't have social media, I haven't seen. I'm one that hasn't seen Will in person since
Yeah.
high school. So like when I saw him, I was like, yeah, you more sexy in person than I seen in social media. But at the same time, imagine seeing him from 135 to 220. Come on, bro.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Just a total different person too. Well, a lot of people look totally different, you know, but then a lot of people look exactly the same. So
Yeah, the same. Like I just got married. It's like motherfuckers know. Like you don't gotta announce that shit.
yeah,
At the fucking-
exactly. Everybody's walking up to you like, "Oh, congrats on the marriage, bro!" But
Yeah.
instead of you walking around being like, "Yo,
Oh
look
yeah,
at
we're
this."
married now. Yeah.
Look at this. No, everybody already knows.
One thing I'll say that definitely changed the dynamic of like reunions would be the people that try to come and try to lie about what they're doing and like their success in life. It's kind of like,
can't
bro,
lie.
we know, we can see you, bro. We see you asking for food stamps online, bro.
Yeah.
What you talking
We
about?
used to see that in movies too, right? It would be like dudes coming to the reunion flexing to try and get like the popular girl from high school in the movies and stuff, and it worked.
Yeah.
But now it's like, no, you messaged me on Facebook a year ago asking for $50. What are you talking about, bro?
bro.
You're not a business owner.
Word, I see your stories and shit. It's
Yeah.
like no way you're pulling up in a Lambo or some shit.
Yeah, that's funny, bro.
I thought about it. No, I'm just
Dude, imagine renting a Lambo and pulling up to the reunion. Just a flex on everybody.
This is where we at now. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I might have been
crazy.
able to.
I drove one of the sidecars today. I didn't really feel
Yeah,
like it, you know.
come on, we ain't pulling this shit out. Nah, but I do think 10-year reunions, high school reunions have been like probably fucked for the last 6 years at
Yeah.
least. Because more and more so it's been 10 years. Did you guys have social media by the time we graduated high school? Yeah, right.
Cruz just got into social media, guys. Excuse my
For
friend.
the podcast.
Bro, I've had my Facebook, I think since 2009, I think, bro.
Yeah, I've
I'm
had
not
social
mistaken.
media for a really long
So
time.
Cruz,
from Twitter to-
Cruz is a little bit lost.
So
in the
maybe
sauce.
maybe the past 10 years
yeah, bro.
reunions have been fucked.
Yeah.
to be honest.
Because if you really think about it, like even people that were a little bit older, if they went back and added all their friends and stuff like that, then it's kind of like even if they did a 20-year reunion, they kind of already got to see everything because they added them.
Yeah.
I would say once social media kind of popped off, that's kind of where it killed.
And I think that's also like we had a good show out. I think. I mean,
Yeah.
considering, but I do think that's why a lot of people don't go because it's like, nah. I see most of these people that I fuck with, anyways,
yeah.
or whatever.
See them
but-
downtown and stuff. and-
Yeah.
But I will say, though, it was still a blast.
It
Like,
was.
everybody had a good time. So if you guys are out there thinking, oh, I see these people all the time, I don't want to go to my 10-year reunion, just go to it. It was fun.
It's a reason to get together.
Yeah, it's a good reason. to
That's
get
how
there,
you
yeah.
get Will on the podcast. You go to your 10-year reunion, bro. It
Yeah.
reconnects.
Exactly.
It resparks
exactly,
it, bro.
Exactly.
All right. So let's do. I wanted to do military first because I feel like you just said it already. But let's get into kind of the fitness transition. All right. So like we just said, my dog was 135, skinny as fuck.
Yeah.
Water wet Will. The shot was fire. I'm sure the shot sucks now
Water wet will.
because my dog is
It's okay. It's
my
okay
dog
now.
is
It's-
bulky.
It's okay now.
But bro, like it was like 2-3 years after high school, and you started seeing a lot of results. I started seeing the transitions.
Yeah.
all this.
Yeah, so I remember a specific moment. I was in the military for about a year now, and I had a sergeant that was just jacked.
Yeah.
And he actually smacked me in the back of my head one day because it's a long story.
Yep.
But I remember that day being like, bro, I'm going to get bigger than this dude. And when I do, I'm going to start smacking people like him around, right? And that was my motivation. It sounds corny, but that was my motivation, bro. And so I started going to the gym, going hard. I remember all the sergeants in my unit, they were all big, bro. And so I used to always tell them, like, y'all just wait. I'm going to catch y'all. I'm going to catch y'all. And then I remember probably 5 years down the road now, I passed them. And I remember them seeing me in the gym and being like, dang, bro, like,
What you doing,
yo, put me on. Like, how'd you get there?
Yeah.
How'd you do that? And I was, bro, it felt so good, man. And then now I'm just addicted, bro. I don't think I'll ever stop. So, yeah, that's the...
It's, so, like, what was the hardest part for you?
Probably nutrition, which is the hardest part for
Because you're like a
everybody.
naturally slim dude.
Yeah, so I'm naturally slim. And then after over the years force feeding myself, I've kind of evolved now into
Yep.
like a chunky dude.
Yep.
So now if I don't eat clean, I get chunky. Like right now, I'm not in the best phase of my weightlifting career. I've kind of taken a step back because when I was super bulky, it was hard to move around and stuff, bro. I remember I went to go play basketball one time, ran up the court one time, and I was exhausted.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, let me take a step back and reevaluate like my health, my overall health. Like, how do I move? How do I feel? You know, it's quality of sleep, all that stuff. So now I've just been more focused on the health aspect of fitness.
So what like was there a specific program? So obviously, slimmer dude, we gotta start eating,
Yeah.
right? And then like what was the regimen like? Did you find something online or what?
So I was stupid. Don't do this at home. And when I was trying to get from skinny to big, I just ate everything I could find. I thought, you know, you got a dirty bulk.
Any calorie.
Any calorie. I was eating pizza, fast food. It didn't matter. I was just forcing myself to eat. My ex, who I was with at the time, she's like, dude, you need to relax. But I was addicted to it. I needed to get big. And that's kind of what I think slowed my metabolism down. And now that's why it's hard for me to stay lean.
Word.
Because years and years and years of just abusing my body, eating whatever. And then eventually I got into the phase of wanting to cut because I got into bodybuilding. And then when I did that, it was just so much harder. Like I have to almost starve myself nowadays because it's all about maintenance the calorie intake. And so now my calorie intake, in order for me to maintain this size, is so large. I have to eat so much that if I want to lose weight, I have to like
Eat a lot less.
yeah,
And it's
a
different.
lot less. Yeah, and then it's miserable.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of in the realm of just trying to be healthy, eat healthier foods, do cardio like I'm into combat sports right now. And then just at least stay decent looking, you know? I just want to...
What's cool about that is like people talk about body types all the time.
Yeah.
And if I'm talking about Will from senior year of high school, I'm like, yeah, that's a body type.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious how you could literally change your body type
Yeah.
with how you eat.
Yeah. It's called bodybuilding. You
Yeah.
can literally build. You can literally build. That's what people tell me all the time. They're like, oh, I'm just naturally skinny. I can't get like you. Or people that just met me a couple of years ago, they make comments like this all the time. They'll be like, well, you're just naturally bulky.
Yeah.
Like, that's your body
Oh,
type.
you love that
And
comment.
no, I don't. I hate it. And I'm like, I'm naturally bulky? So you're telling me I didn't have to work my butt off for this? No, I did. I worked my butt off for
So
this.
you never had a peanut butter and jelly at 10 o'clock at night.
Always.
That's how you change your body type.
Yeah.
I'm just yeah, bro. That's it's interesting because one of Kristan's, my wife's brothers, his body type's very small, very thin.
Yeah.
His father, all of them are that way, and he's working out a lot right now, and you could tell, you could really tell. But it's like he still is like, I'm working out as much as I can, but I'll never be like, you know, when you were building or whatever, because it's
Yeah.
my body type. But it's like, bro, you just gotta eat.
A lot of people, they don't, whenever they're trying to put on muscle, though, they don't realize how much you have to eat, bro.
They don't realize. And
People, that's one big thing, bro, because it takes so much food to grow.
Yeah, and it the number one thing is consistency with
Yeah.
eating, because if you trick your body, so one day you're eating 4,000 calories, then the next day you're eating 1,500, the next day you're eating 5,000. Your body doesn't know
What's going on.
what's going
Yeah.
on, and it's not forced to pretty much get bigger and put on more muscle. And then another thing is in the gym, they love like new gym goers. They love to just do the crazy fads that they see online of like freaking doing backflips and some handstands in the gym and stuff like that. It's like, dude, no, you need to get to the basics and you need to get stronger. The stronger you get, the more your body realizes, oh, we need to grow to handle the load that this dude is putting every single day.
Yeah.
And so, but it's the main thing is consistently eating. Yeah, for sure.
I love how like behind every dude that looks like you, there's a traumatizing event behind it.
Yeah.
And I love how Will's traumatizing event is Sergeant smacking him on the back of the head. He's like,
Yep.
never again.
Never again. And that was when my evil arc started. My anime evil arc. Yeah.
Bro, but it's about building the habit, man.
Yeah.
And now, like you said, you can't not.
Dude, I feel sick when I don't go now.
Yeah.
I have to do something. I
Hell
have
yeah,
to.
bro. That's the best habit ever, man. Like
Yeah.
one thing I feel like I'm falling into that I need to get myself out of, but every man that's, let's just say 35 and they feel like, well, my knees are breaking down, my back
Yeah.
hurts all the time, all this and that. I never understood. Well, I understood it as age, always.
Yeah.
But now, like at 28 or whatever, I'm realizing, oh, like I got so many more excuses to not go now
Mm-hmm.
that are
Yeah.
valid, that you could frame as a valid excuse. And what happens is you go through 3-4 years of not working out, and that's when your knees start hurting.
Yeah.
That's when your back starts hurting when you just cutting the grass or some shit like
Yeah.
that. And it's because you weak.
I'm glad that you realized that too, because people think when you get older, it's like it's bound to happen. So they stop working out because they don't want their knees to hurt. When in reality, movement is the medicine that you do need.
Bro.
So you need to keep doing it. There's a reason these 80-year-olds that can move very well, they're still working out. It's because they never stopped.
They did something. They always did something.
They always did something,
And vice
you know?
versa. The 80-year-olds, like I got my grandparents retired around 80-ish or something, and they stopped doing everything. And that's when everything started happening.
Yeah.
That's when you get blood clots, you get all this shit because
They say when you
you're
start-
just watching Gunsmoke all day or whatever.
They
Yeah.
say when you stop moving, you start dying.
I've heard that quote before.
Yeah,
I've
that's
heard
what they
that from
say.
somewhere.
But there's
yeah.
actually like a viral picture that went around online. I saw of like it showed like I think it was an MRI cut of like a thigh of I think it was like a 70-year-old man that is like sedimentary or a 70-year-old man that's active, and it was showing like the bone structure, muscle mass, and everything like that, and it was such a massive difference
Yeah,
because of
bro. Everything. Yeah, man.
So funny story to relate to this. About 3 years ago, I actually had a herniated disc in my lower back. And when we got the x-rays done, I asked the doctor, I was like, is this from like deadlifting and squatting and stuff like that? He's like, no, I don't think so. And then he went further, like looking at all the muscle tissue I had and stuff. He said, if you didn't squat and deadlift, this injury would be a million times worse. The only reason it wasn't that bad is because you have so much muscle tissue around
Around
it.
it.
Yeah. So that goes to show.
that's pretty dope.
Sometimes shit happens.
Yeah.
And it's like if you're not working out the machine and when your oil change goes out or some shit, then your car is fucked.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, man. Fuck yeah. All right. So any tips and tricks these days for somebody that's trying to get big?
It's trying to get big or
Oh.
what's like, give me something specific.
Okay. I feel you. Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to get into the regimen.
Just trying to be consistent.
Consistent.
I would say find something that you enjoy, not that somebody recommended to you that will work.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, a lot of people get this misconstrued. You can take any me and you can do the same exact program, and I see way different results from you.
Yep.
You can really do almost anything in the gym and see results if you're training with intensity and at least a decent amount of reps in sets.
Yep.
So I would just say find something that you enjoy, that you have fun doing, and then don't change that up for a while. Don't change it up until you get tired of it. And then once you get tired of it, then
Something else
look
that
for
you
something
like.
else. Yeah. So for example, when I program, I do probably the same exact workouts for 3 months straight until I master those lifts. And once I'm done mastering, which also you're growing from because, not to get too nerdy, but progressive overload. I don't know if you've ever heard of the term before.
What is progressive?
So progressive overload is essentially getting stronger over a period of time. And the only way you can calculate that is if you're doing the same lifts from week to week. For example, if I'm doing bench press, 3 sets of 8 with 135 pounds 1 week, next week I want to do with 140 pounds or 9 reps or just better form. Those are the 3 ways to measure it. More reps, more weight, or better form. And over time, like I said earlier, that your body will eventually just adjust to it and be like, okay, we need to build more muscle in order to handle this load because he just keeps increasing the load. And that's how you'll get bigger over time.
That is a fact.
Yeah.
So what's funny is I used to bench a lot. Like football, whatever. I used to bench a lot. And it was like literally maybe like 3-4 years ago, I kind of stopped benching. And I left off like I was benching like 265, 275 still, and I was like, cool, like I could do this. But since then, I started doing a lot of dumbbell work, and I was doing like incline and stuff with dumbbells, and I did that for years. And then one of my little cousin's boyfriends is fresh out of high school football, so he's talking about bench. he's talking about like, what you max? And I told him, I was like, last time I maxed out was like 265, 275. He's like, damn. But I went to the gym that Monday because I was like, you know what? Let me make sure I can still do this shit, bro. I cannot bench that much no more. And I realized, I was like, that's crazy because how can I do like, it's different muscles is what I kind of realized.
Different stabilizing muscles. And,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, if I could do like 75s or 100s with dumbbells, it's crazy how 225 feels different on the bench.
Yeah. You have to, that's why I'm saying for progressive overload, you have to be doing the same lift if you want to get good at that lift.
Yep.
Some lifts don't transition or don't translate to other lifts. For example, like for me, I barely do flat bench. Never. I do a lot of shoulder presses and I do a lot of incline press. And so I'll flat bench with somebody and they'll be like, dang, I thought you'd be stronger than this, you know? And they're out flat benching me. And then I'm like, all right, let's go to shoulder press. And they're not even on the same atmosphere. Yeah. And it's because they only train flat bench, which there's nothing wrong with that. You know, everybody has their own goals.
It's a good example of what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a really good example. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. That's good shit. That's good shit. Yeah. Any tips and tricks on getting big? For the 135ers out there.
For the 135ers, eat. You have to eat consistently. You have to track what you're eating too. So a lot of people, they'll just be like, I'm just gonna eat everything I see, but they don't It's
macros.
Yeah, not even, you don't even have to get that deep at a beginner level, which you could though, obviously later down the road. But it just needs to be at the very basic level. You need to be eating the same amount pretty much every day.
Same calorie intake.
The same exact calorie intake every day, and it has to be. I don't want to get too nerdy again, but so you find your maintenance calorie intake, which you can just do a quick Google
maintain
search.
Your weight.
Yeah, you can do a quick Google search of how can I get my maintenance calorie intake, and you'll put some numbers in, and it'll give you a maintenance calorie intake. So what you do from there is you'll just increase, try and eat 300 calories, for example, about 300 calories above that.
Yeah.
Do that for about a week, keep tracking your weight. If you're not gaining weight, bump it up to 500. If you're still not gaining weight, bump it up to 700. And then eventually you'll start to see it. The reason why I do it in short little, 200, 500 intervals is because you don't want to end up like me, where now you've eaten so much food that you kind of mess your metabolism up, and now it's hard to lose the weight.
Yep.
So, yeah.
You also getting old, bro.
I'm also getting old too.
Yeah.
That's why so that's why I had to pick up combat sports now to start burning more calories. Yeah, because dude, just walking or running on the treadmill, it's just not doing it.
What are you doing for combat?
So boxing, and then I just started jiu-jitsu as well.
Fire.
So I'm losing weight and be able to kill somebody at the same
Hell
time.
yeah.
So why not?
Hell yeah. It's not just muscle, motherfucker. I'm in boxing.
Yeah, exactly. This muscle actually works.
yeah, okay.
Not yet.
Yeah,
soon though.
We'll be there. Yeah, well, like better than 90% of the population.
yeah, probably.
You say that because you did the classes and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, these dudes are nasty.
Yeah, these dudes are nasty. These are nasty. Outside of like, never mind. I'm not gonna say nothing. Me and Zach have our debates.
No, don't do it. We're about to start the shit, bro. Don't fucking start the shit, bro.
I'm interested.
No, I mean, I just have a thing where it's like, the boxing's fire, the jiu-jitsu's fire, but you put me up against a 140-pound girl and I'll beat her ass.
He says, listen.
It's not crazy though.
Listen.
It's
He's
not
saying
crazy.
like a professional Rose level fucking UFC fighter, 140, he can whoop her ass.
Wait, this is like a 3-year debate at this point, bro.
So,
because he says he's just a little bit heavier.
And
he said that he'll go up. He said he'll go up and just grab Rose's little ass and slam her on the ass. He can't do shit. That's literally what he said. That he'll walk up, grab Rose's little ass and slam on the floor, and she couldn't fucking stop.
I was more in shape back then. I would put Will.
Yeah, I'm gonna give my take now. I think me as a 225, 230-pound man that has a little bit of fighting experience, I'm killing her. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's go!
I'm killing her because think about it. If she just what if she has to rush me? First off, I know how to at least keep my distance.
She can catch you. Let's be clear.
I know how to keep my distance with my hands, so I'll keep my distance. She has to rush in because she's shorter too. So and I have way longer reach. She has to rush in, and when she rushes in, if I grab her, it's over.
But
she's dead. It doesn't matter because I've wrestled with 150-pound dudes and stuff, and yeah, they can have their way.
You're talking about the professional world champion.
But listen, these dudes
fuck her up.
These dudes are men at like 150, 160 pounds. And yeah, they know techniques to be able to beat me and stuff like that. But there's moments where it's just my weight is overwhelming. And these are grown men.
That's why you're talking about the best in the world.
No.
No, but I get it. I get
You're
it.
talking about the best in the world.
just
Wait,
don't
let's be
think-
clear.
I don't think if I grab
What?
her, she has the facilities to get out of it.
All it takes is one jab and you're done.
So let's be
No.
clear. Let's be clear.
Bro.
Let's
Those
be.
girls are hitting, bro. They're breaking bones hitting people.
A bigger girl, maybe like a Ronda. Oh, well, she's not even that big.
Well, so Rose is like 110, I believe, 150.
Oh, I'm demolishing her at one
But
time.
he's talking about a 140, which I think is close to.
No, that's different. No, it'd be like
You
Amanda
said
Nunes.
150, 160, I think they definitely
We'd have problems. That's not what I'm talking about.
A 110, I'm killing her. Sorry.
And with all this said,
I was just still to this day.
Zach,
I wish I could just set some shit up for Cruz.
No,
But
but
110 is
but
crazy.
Zach always refuses that. I like when I say
You know, it's funny. We brought Kyle in, and Kyle said that Cruz would be knocked the fuck out.
that's
of
why
him.
Will's
10
fucking
seconds.
here. That's why
I'm
we
not
brought
Kyle.
Will in. Yeah. but let me just say the thing that people skip over. Everything I say about that is prefaced with they could catch the fuck out of me.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Like I could get caught right in the jaw,
Mhm.
like and I'm out and that but that's a slimmer chance than me rapping.
Another thing too. One thing I will say is going to the floor with no experience, with somebody with experience. That right there is going to be a massive difference. Even with weight, unless you got like a crazy amount of strength, you'd be surprised they learn how to like use your weight against you and shit like that and get you out of positions.
I'm still
Yeah,
waiting
but
for
I
it.
think over 100 pounds is just a little too overwhelming.
It's a lot, bro.
think
That's why
that's
there's
a
weight
little
classes. That's why there's
Yeah.
men's division.
Yeah, but there's
So-
weight classes for professional.
Yeah, so Bradley Martin, we were speaking about him earlier. He's 260 pounds.
He loves this.
He
Yeah.
has these conversations with 160, 170 pound dudes, and they're all professional fighters. They all say the same thing. They're like, "I would kill you, but if you grab me, we're gonna have problems."
Yeah,
they
I'm
all
gonna
say,
be
they
in-
all openly admit that.
I'm gonna be in
And so
trouble.
110 pounds and not saying females or whatever, but let's be real. 110 pounds as a man and a woman is different.
Yeah.
So 110
They
pounds as a
actually
woman.
started doing male versus female UFC fights.
That shit's hilarious.
And it's like big dude versus like little girls.
And he's fucking them up.
Yeah, but
Where's this low? Where?
But
I
it's,
think it's
it's not legal. It's in another.
There's
country.
no way it's
No.
no, it's not. It's
not
UFC,
commissioned.
is it?
It's
It's
not
like
commissioned,
it's
they're
like a whole other like underground up and coming fight thing.
Mm.
But I've seen some of them, and yeah, like most of the time the guys are winning. But you're also talking about like professional dudes versus professional girls. But
For
either
sure.
ways, the girls are fucking like, bink, bink, knocking dudes like, oh shit.
No, let's. All right, moving on. Moving on.
This is literally
We gotta shut
over
up.
3-year debate.
Yeah. Okay.
And still to this day, bro, I swear to God, if you're any semi-skilled girl that fits that criteria, hit us up, bro. I'll throw you some hundreds, bro.
Okay.
I will
I'll
throw you
fight you.
hundreds, bro.
I'll do it.
Moving on to the next. 'Cause I never got to talk about this. This is a cool time to talk about this. All right, moving on to the next. My stepfather was 20 years in the Marines. Okay, and since my mom has been with him, she's gotten like his take on the military, right?
Mhm.
And he loves it. Military takes care of him, everything, whatever. But there has been a movement, not a movement, but there's been a trend of less and less people joining the military, right?
Yeah.
Did you see that when you went, or did you hear about shit like that? And then B, like, what's the pros and cons of joining the military?
Ooh, that's a loaded question.
I know, bro.
Where do I start? So I guess I'll start by saying why I think less and less people are joining. And we can take this down a whole nother rabbit hole, but I think especially in America, men aren't men as much as they were back in the day.
Yep.
And so they're scared of being in the military for whatever reason. Another thing is social media. A lot of people don't feel the need to do that no more because making money is so easy from home on your phone nowadays.
Yeah.
So that's two reasons why. Benefits from joining, dude, it was the best decision I ever made in my life. So after high school, I realized I didn't want to go to college. I didn't get no scholarships for basketball, nothing like that. I didn't care about basketball no more. I'm like, dude, am I gonna get into debt just to go to school to maybe not even get a good job?
Yeah.
When I can just go to the military, they pay me to learn how to do a job, and then they pay for my school too.
Yeah.
So let's say you wanted to go to school for IT.
Yeah.
You can join the military. They'll train you to do IT in the military. So now you have military experience to put on your resume. 4 years of it, you know how to actually do the job. And while you're in, they'll pay for your school, all your certs and everything. Then when you get out, they don't talk about disability enough. This is a whole nother topic. I'm 100% disabled.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm 100% disabled. No more comments on that, but it's a really good benefit.
They take care of you.
Oh, bro. It changed my life. It's the most life-changing thing that you could ever have.
So, like, if you go and something happens, whatever the case is, like, for the most part, you're going to be taken care of.
Absolutely. So the thing is, you need to go into the military with a plan. So I advise everybody out there, if you're thinking about joining the military, to speak to somebody that has been in with a lot of experience. Like, I mean, I was in for 9, I'm still technically in, it's been about 9 years now, but I can provide more knowledge than a lot of people that have been in for 20 years because everybody's walk in the military is different. I personally, in my last couple of years, was diving deep into how can I benefit from my time that I serve the most that I can. And that's where I found out about disability and all the benefits that the military offers for after you get out. A lot of people think that after you get out, you're just screwed. They just send you on your way.
Because you always hear about those that don't.
Yeah, you hear about the people that say, oh, I'm out and they didn't do nothing for me now.
Yeah.
It's because they didn't take advantage. They didn't do research. People are just lazy.
You still gotta execute.
Yeah, you still have to execute. It's not just gonna be handed to you. You still have to earn. You know, you have to earn your benefits, believe it or not.
Word.
So,
yeah. I mean, it's like 401k is a benefit. You don't get it unless you put money into it.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking. There's a lot of things, like getting a loan is technically a benefit, but if you don't try to do what you got to do to get it, then you're screwed. You don't have any money or whatever.
Exactly. So I will say the one thing that discourages people probably is because the military does everything in their power to keep you in. So they won't tell you about all the benefits for when you get out. Why would they tell you the good things about getting out? They only tell you the bad things. When I was trying to get out, I got called into the commander's office, the chief's office, everybody's office. They're like, you sure? It's crazy out there. COVID just happened, you know, blah, blah, blah. This is all happening right now. And I was like, yeah, I'm sure.
I'm going back to Florida.
Yeah, I'm going back to Florida.
Are you reserves or anything like that?
Yeah, so I'm in the reserves right now. That's why when I say I got out, it's because I got out of active duty. That's what I'm referring to, yeah. So right now I'm in, but since I got 100% disability, they don't really want me to work no more, so I'm pretty much just on the way out.
Nice. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope, bro. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, to me, I always thought about, that's always my back pocket.
Yeah, man.
And I don't like to say it this way, but because of a lot of reasons, I don't understand homelessness a little bit. I mean, unless you got sicknesses, whatever, that's a different thing. But, like, bro, like, military is always there for you to, like, go get your shit right. So, all right, when you were well in high school, considering your life, I didn't, do I want to go into debt to get a job? Whatever. Did you have a lot of family? You have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Like, what was that process? Because for me, do I want to move, like, leave everything I have for a period of time?
Honestly, I didn't think about it. I don't think I did. So I wish I could give you a better answer of like, yeah, I thought so hard and then this happened. But no, so how it actually happened was one day me and all my homeboys, we were walking, we were leaving Liberty High School, and the guidance counselor's office had a sign saying free ASVAB testing today. We're all like, oh, let's check that out. Why not? It's an ASVAB testing for you guys that I don't know is the test to get into the military. And so we went in there, we all took it. And I ended up scoring super high, and all my friends scored super low to the point where nobody could really get in. And so all the branches started hitting me up, like, blah, blah, blah. I actually had an uncle that was 25 years in the Air Force. So I talked to him.
And you went to the Air Force, right?
Yeah, I went to the Air Force, yeah. Talked to him, he's like, trust me, best branch. Thank God I did, because nothing against the other branches, but
Air Force is fire.
Air Force is the way to go because they take care of you, and everybody gets paid the same. But the Air Force, they just get treated the best. That's just how it works. I probably took me 2 nights to think about to make this decision. And I'm a Christian man as well, so I prayed about it, and God gave me like confirmation to join the Air Force. So yeah, it was pretty easy.
And I think too, like, you answered my question without answering. It's like, bro, life, like the way we see our life now versus what life really is, it's like, if you were worried about leaving your friends and stuff, ain't it funny? Like, 10 years later, you back, you got all the access to all the friends you ever wanted. We're doing a fucking podcast right now.
I didn't miss out on anything.
You didn't miss out on nothing, bro.
Yeah, it's funny because I would come back every once in a while on leave and see all my homeboys, which I talk to them, like my close friend group, I talk to them every day, regardless, no matter where I'm at. So I already knew what all of them were doing. But then the other people that I wasn't really in contact with, if I would run into them, they just were doing the same old things, you know? It's not like I was missing out on anything. Probably this is the probably only con that I did miss out on is like the college experience with my friends. That's the only thing. But at the same time, when they were in it, they didn't even like it. They were always talking crap about it, like, dang, we should have joined the military.
Yeah, bro.
So,
and the college experience, quote unquote, like I didn't have the college experience because I was working through college. So it's like, bro, if you don't come from somewhere that you can have the college experience where they can pay for your dorm and you can really do it, and not go into tens of thousands of dollars of debts or whatever, then cool, you would miss out. That shit, some people don't realize, like, I knew that wasn't for me. I couldn't afford that. Like, my parents couldn't pay for me to be at a dorm somewhere and not work and live the whole college, whatever they show on TV life or whatever. So it's like, some people don't realize, oh, I want to go get the college experience. It's like, you can't afford the college experience. Like, I'm sorry. Like, and those that think they can and they can't, actually, that's where you get yourself into debt. Yeah. That's where you get yourself into debt. Because I graduated debt free, but it was because we was working. I mean, now I'm in fucking debt because of the MBA, but still, it's like, it's different. You know what I mean? But it's like, you don't have to rack up money with dorms and not, like, no, you could work and do this. And so what I mean by that is, like, the college experience is for the rich people.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I was not rich at all. I grew up with a single mom, you know, barely getting by.
So you're not missing out on that. What you would have done is went to school and worked, and you probably would have, it's the same.
Probably would have been doing what everybody else.
And way not well off, like how you are now.
Yeah. You have certs for aviation mechanic too, don't you?
Yeah. Military pays for pretty much every cert known to man while you're in it.
You can make some money in that industry too.
I actually got offered a job a couple of months ago.
I actually know a guy that has he's based out of St. Cloud, but he actually has like an aviation mechanic business where he owns it, and they service like state of Florida, stuff like that, so that they do like private jets and stuff like that.
Hey,
he's looking right now too.
They plug me in.
I'll plug you in, bro.
So you got HVAC cert or whatever?
No, aviation
cert.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. Oh, aviation.
It's called A&P.
Yeah.
It's called A&P. Yeah, I was an airplane mechanic when I was in. I forgot to mention.
No, that's dope. That's super cool, bro. Yeah.
Airplane mechanic. I don't particularly love it though. That's why I'm kind of in school right now trying to switch it up. Cause
you worked on the drones, right?
Yeah, I worked on the drones.
I was so sick. Okay. You posted pictures. I remember like, damn, bro, this motherfucker working on some of the coolest shit. Bro.
Yeah.
Another question. What is, because you were doing, when did you stop active duty? What year?
2022.
Okay. So you were in active duty during the first Trump-Biden election. How is politics in the military?
They really tell you to stay away from it, honestly. They make it a point to not post about it on social media. I remember Zach would post stuff about, we all know Zach loves Trump, and he would post the craziest stuff about Trump online, and I just kind of had to watch from the background because I had like leadership on my Facebook. So like they would see what I'm commenting and stuff. And I remember one time I posted just like nothing crazy, just a little Trump post because, you know, I'm a Trump supporter as well. And I got talked to about it at work, actually.
Really?
Yeah, because they don't really
want they would never accept my ass.
No, but that's the thing, though. Everybody in the military, I'm not going to lie, everybody in the military loves Trump.
Yeah.
When he was our president, bro, everybody was, Daddy Trump this, Daddy Trump, we love Trump. Everybody's talking about. I never met a single person in the military that didn't like Trump. Really? And it was mainly because he kept giving us pay raises every year. He's really good with the military, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so everybody would be talking about Trump. But we just weren't allowed to like publicly speak about it online for some reason. They would always trip about that.
But it's still the same shit, like I'm just imagining the water cooler at a business versus like chilling with the boys in the military or whatever. It's kind of still the same. Everybody's expressing what they want.
Yeah,
but just don't post or nothing.
Exact. Like dude, people in the military have the craziest opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like directly involved.
Yeah. Yeah, we are for sure. And I'm kind of glad I got out around that time when we got rid of Trump because Biden, he just doesn't know how to keep the peace, you know? So I'd constantly be on my toes if I was in the military while Biden was in office, man. Because he's just not the best president.
Yeah, bro.
A lot more.
Yeah, man. It's a
Whole lot
lot.
going on.
We talked
I got out at perfect timing.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, man. What time are we at? 33? Come on, bro. Just answer it. You making this whole thing.
It ran out of time, so I don't know how long.
Oh, it stopped?
It ran out of time. I don't know how long it ran out of
The
time.
audio stopped?
Yeah, but it's all good. We can use what's on there.
Oh, okay.
On the camera. So we'll use for whatever's on the thing and we'll go from the camera.
At what time did that stop?
I don't even know, bro. I just peeped that. He said something. I'm like, that's a good question, bro. Let me see.
Maybe we cut this and we
I
jump back in.
I can hop back into it. That's fine. No problem. Let's see how long that one was.
What is this
21
control?
minutes, 38 seconds.
Audio.
So there is no audio for however long?
Yeah, there is audio, but it's going to be coming from the cameras for 22 minutes and on. Not going to be the highest.
I was gonna say run it back.
No. We don't have to run it back. We can just hop back into where we were. The crazy thing was I was meaning to do. We can just hop right back in right now, so we're good back on.
All right. Next thing. It's funny because I haven't seen Will in 10 years. But I've heard about Will multiple times. Obviously, I saw on social media and stuff, the military stuff.
Yeah.
Heard some stuff, from some of our mutual friends. But the main thing I heard about Will was his sports betting.
Yeah.
Because I was in it and I'm doing it. And it was Justin, Zach.
I think we talked about you on the podcast before.
Yeah, we got a couple other people that's been
Yeah.
on the Discord. I was like, this man got a Discord?
Yeah, it didn't really last long.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
still.
Because it was a lot. We'll talk about it. Just go ahead. We'll talk about
But
it.
still. So, what is, come on, bro. You gave us the fitness,
sauce?
sports and tricks,
Okay.
right? Tips and tricks. Now, what's the sports betting tips and tricks? Like, what if you had to
You know
sell
what's funny
yourself-
though? I want to say I still eat off of your college basketball tip for the halftime for the
Oh,
over and
yeah.
under. I still eat off of that, bro. I put $15 in. I swear to God, I'm like 95% win on that, bro. I swear to God. Bro.
So you share the tip that I gave you. So that'll be the first tip.
Yeah, what's that one?
What is that? one?
So he told me, was like, yo, like, I don't know if it's just Hard Rock or if it's any app, but he was saying like pretty much whenever like a college basketball game is getting close to halftime, you basically take whatever points there are, multiply it by 2, and then add like a 20-point cushion. So if they have 60 points, and then you're going to double that, put like 120, and then add a 20-point cushion, so like 140, and it'll be like an over and under for 140. And if you have, like, let's say if it says the over is going to be like 148 or more, you're like, oh, lock that in, and it's like 95% plus hit always, bro.
Yeah. Does that make sense? Like how he explained it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
So
like, I could pull my phone out and show you, bro. Every time I hit those, bro, I promise you, I think I've only lost a couple of those.
Yeah, so I'll be able to look at a college basketball game that's about at halftime, see the live over and under what it's at,
Yeah.
and I made this own math calculation in my brain that if you bet on the over under based on these specific numbers that he spoke about, 90% of the time it's gonna cash.
Yeah, bro.
And I just kind of made it up one day just on my own, just messing around.
felt it. You
I just
felt
felt
it.
it, and then I started betting. And I was like, wait, this is hitting every time.
a thing.
What is happening? And so then I started sharing it with other people too. And yeah, it's
I
high
still do that,
success
bro. I'll still come on every once in a while. If I catch a game that's live and it's close to halftime, I'll be like, locking a bet.
Yeah, so that's one of my good tips. Another one that I've recently found now is in baseball. Baseball, for some reason, whenever a team,
I've heard some people talking about they're getting paid from baseball. If they
Yes.
know the sport, bro.
See, I don't even know the sport. I
Right.
just have a little system, and it's not guaranteed, sometimes, but it's probably 75% hit rate right now for me. I'll see. So for some reason in baseball, even when a team is up by like 4 by the 5th, sorry, this is how I do it. If it's 5th inning or 6th inning around there, if a team's up by 2 or more, for some reason they always put the odds at they're only going to win by 2. I don't know why it is, but the odd. So if a team's up by 5 and they're saying that they're going to only win by 2, the payout won't be that good.
Yep.
But it's almost guaranteed to hit every single time because for some reason in baseball, comebacks don't happen often.
But
if a team is struggling to score in the beginning of the game, they're most likely not going to score at the end of the game as well. And so I'll see a team, it's like the score is 1-4 5th inning. And it's so let's say it's Yankees, Red Sox. Yankees are winning 4-1. fifth inning, and it says Yankees are going to win by two or more. Or are they going to win by 2, or is the Red Sox going to, do they have a 2-point cushion?
Yeah.
And I just take Yankees every single time, no matter what. And dude, it's crazy. It's like they're giving out free money.
What's the odds on something like that?
So if the Yankees were up 4-1, the odds would be around like minus 160, which
Yeah.
is still a decent payout. And then let's say that multiple games are on, you combine a 160 with another 160, you parlay it, and you'll get even odds.
What's a minus 160? If I put $100 in, I could win.
what,
If I
like-
win,
You'll win 40.
you'll win 40 back, right? Okay. Yeah, no, that's a nice little chunk.
But then if you parlay two 160s together, I'm pretty sure it evens out to about 100. So you put in 100, you get 100.
Hey, yeah.
But the thing about betting is this is the biggest mistake I see. Everybody wants to hit home runs.
Yeah,
Everybody
that's the
wants
thing.
to do a 10-bet parlay. Oh, I want to win $10,000 overnight. Bro, no. If you want to see consistent money every day, because think about it this way. If you're super consistent, every night you're winning $300, look what you're winning in 7 days, Look what you're winning in a month. But it's just the slow game. And that's where I started to see my profits from, is when
Bro, you be
played the slow
making
game.
money though, bro. You be making some money, bro. At
yeah.
least back then, whenever I was chatting with you on the shit, bro, you was.
Well, because you change it from like an addiction to a science, or I don't
Yeah.
know how else to say it. It's like
It's just
you're
like-
not playing with it. There's a science to
There's
it.
a science to it. And it's all about numbers and odds. Nothing's guaranteed in sports, obviously. Everybody knows that. Nothing's guaranteed. And that's the thing. People be like, oh, you're just lucky. I had so many people hating on me when I was posting my winnings. Like, I would see people subtweeting me, literally being like, don't listen to somebody that's talking about sports betting because it's all just luck. And I'm like, I mean, if it's luck, then
Consistency.
why am I doing it consistently if it's luck?
No, but the thing is, though, is you also, like, you grew up watching sports on a religious basis.
Yeah.
And you, like, were really smart with it, too. So I think that helps, too. Like, for me, I didn't grow up watching sports, bro. So, like, for me, I got to have the math and stuff like that. Like, the math stuff, that's easy for me. But, like, I don't watch sports. I don't know who the fuck I'm
You
betting
know
on
what's
shit.
funny though is people that know sports don't do good at gambling.
Yeah,
It's
typically.
it's the nerds that are fucking analytical with it or whatever, or when you turn it into some type of science where it's like, bro, it's not because I like this team, or it's not because this player's about to go off. It's the science of when they're up 4-1 in the over under at the live over under at halftime. When you turn it into a science, it reminds me of like because it's like educated gambling. It's educated gambling. It's like, yes, I know there's the risk that I'm gonna lose this, but like 75% of the time, if they're up 3 or 4 scores at halftime, like there's a 25% chance that team's gonna come back to 1 or 2.
Yeah,
You know what I
and
mean?
it's all about numbers and odds. So the main thing for sports betting that I've come to realize, it's very simple. You want to get your odds as high over 50% as you can get it, right? And so if I do 20 bets for $100 at a 75% hit rate, I'm gonna end the night positive.
You're gonna be all right.
You're gonna end the night positive, and that's all that matters, is ending the night positive. Everybody's scared to take L's because they don't want to lose money, but if you're ending the night positive, that's all that matters. And you said something that I don't want to miss out on commenting on, is like bias. A lot of people also will be like, yeah, I love LeBron, so I'm going to take his over tonight. But they're not actually looking the matchup.
Yeah.
Why is he going to go over tonight? Is it who's guarding him that day? And then another thing I'll look at games is like players' birthdays. What do they historically, what arenas do they play better at? It really is a science. You have to look at every factor.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Until somebody gets injured.
Yeah, that's the only thing. You can't foresee that. But the thing is, dude, it's
Oh,
like,
I remember that fucking 9-bet parlay when fucking LaMelo got fucking injured.
bro, I had a 9-bet parlay for a Charlotte Hornets versus a Magic game, and I was there in person. I think it was like $100 to win like 2K or something like that. Everything on my parlay hit, but LaMelo Ball got injured. He was the only thing that didn't hit. It was, I was sick to my stomach. But yeah, you can't predict that.
So you stick mainly with basketball. You're dabbling in baseball. Do you do football, or is that the most?
I do football too. Yeah, I do everything.
How do you do a science with football? Because that's what's one of your sciences with that one.
Good question. So single game parlays, that's like that's the go-to for football. So on Hard Rock, there's alternate spreads too. So you can say Tyreek Hill's playing, right? You can choose him to score to have 25 receiving yards, 50, 75. Obviously, the odds get worse and worse the lower you go. But when you do stuff that's guaranteed, Tyreek Hill's going to get 50 yards. So normally his over-under would be 90. But if you go and take him at 75 or 50, now there's no way for the conspiracy theorists that'd be like, oh, it's rigged. They made him go under 90. But if you put him at 75 or 50, there's no way to rig that.
No.
And so what you do is you parlay a bunch of those things that are guaranteed together, and you get like a decent odds out of that. So you'll take Tyreek Hill, 50 receiving yards, Tua. If he's at like 270 yards over under, you take him at 200.
Yep.
And then you just combine a bunch of those guarantees into one thing. You won't get paid out an insane
But
amount,
you're getting some decent odds there.
but the odds go up way higher.
Yeah.
Or the odds of the bet hitting goes up way
on
higher.
some guaranteers.
On some guaranteers, exactly.
And all that, the only thing that can fuck it up is an injury.
An
or
injury,
some shit like
or
that.
like, dude, he just plays the worst game ever.
Yeah.
But like I said, the main goal in betting is to get your odds for that bet to hit as high as you can to 100% from 50. So
Hell yeah, bro. You know what's hilarious, man, is you sound like a financial advisor for sports betting.
yeah, and I'm not. I'm terrible with finances. That's the crazy thing.
But what's crazy is like the way you talk about teams and odds and shit is how financial advisors talk about like stocks and shit like that. It's like, yeah, like if you want to put all your money in Nvidia, that's your bias, right?
Yeah,
or you
yeah,
want to
yeah.
put all your money in Tesla, there goes your bias. It's like, but if you hit some of these guarantees, these index and ETFs or something like that, then you know you could make your money there, and then you dabble in some of these, or if you add some of these together, you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Anyways, bro, it's kind of like the same
is funny.
shit, bro.
Yeah.
It's really like the same.
One
shit.
thing I hate about myself is that I put all my eggs into things like this. Well, I mean, sports betting is important because it makes me a lot of money, but I was going to say like less important things I can get super knowledgeable about and break everything down, and I get obsessed with it and I learn everything
life.
about it. But then the important things, I'm just like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
real finances, I can spend whatever I want. Who
Hey,
cares?
you're getting your returns though, bro. That's another, bro. Like if you think about it, if I put $100 in, I get $60, and you do that multiple times. I mean, that's your 60% return constant. Ain't a stock out there that could do that shit, bro.
Yeah. So I'll just break down kind of what I do on a night basis when I am betting. I'll start with like 300. I'll make 3 safe $100 bets.
Yep.
So there at least 1 or 2 is gonna hit, right? And then, so if I get over 300 right then and there, I immediately take that 300 out, and now I'm playing with whatever I just won. And now I'm just playing with that, and then I'll make smaller bets. For example, if I turn that 300 into 500 at the beginning of the night, now I got 200 to play with.
Yep.
Now I'm going to make 4 $50 bets.
Yeah.
And then I just keep doing that until the end of the night, but I just make sure I do not lose that. I don't go into that 300.
Yeah.
If I go down into that 300, I'm like, all right, it's a bad night. Let me just stop there. Bam, I'm even.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's how I do it.
Huh?
Yeah, I made some money off of Will's knowledge, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I think I'm probably positive a couple grand off of net positive. And I still got money in my Hard Rock app. I just keep there.
You want to pay me out for that?
Bro, I already told you back in the day, bro. I was trying to pay you. I was trying to pay you. What was it, like 10% of every winning?
No, you
I
were,
was trying to pay, like, yo, send me your Zelle. You're like, nah, bro, it's all good. I'm like, no, send me your fucking Zelle. You're like, nah, it's all good, bro.
Yeah, no, I don't accept that.
I was trying to pay you, bro, but you're
Yeah.
like, nah, it's all good. I'm like, no, let me pay you, bro. You plug me in, bro. I'll fucking give you money. I don't care about
Do
that,
you know
bro.
Yeah.
of people that takes people money to gamble?
Say that again?
Do you know of people that takes people's money to gamble to do sports betting?
Like a bookie?
Mm,
Talking about like a
no,
bookie?
no. Like a fucking financial advisor that you tell them do something with my money, and instead of stocks, I'm doing sports betting, and
Oh.
I can make you
That's
some money.
illegal, bro.
yeah, I don't know of it. Yeah, I definitely don't know anybody.
Is that really? Is it really?
Yeah, bro. You can't take people's money and go gamble it.
No, but we had Scion before but on trades by Sci, and it's like he does a lot of shit with the currency trading and shit
Forex.
like that, forex. But he takes it's kind of like here, take my money, make me some money with it or whatever. I don't see the fucking difference with sports betting.
Yeah, no. Me personally, I would just feel terrible if I took somebody's money and I lost it, bro.
Yeah, no, that's different.
And there's so many people that, dude, you'd be as bro. Probably 30 different people offered to give me money and just do what I want with it, and I just couldn't do it. Man.
The problem with sports betting, doing that with sports betting, is that you either hit or you lose, bro.
Yeah.
Like versus like if you're doing stocks or you're doing
You're
like forex
gradually
exchange.
losing.
Yes, you can lose a lot of money, but like you're still gonna have something versus like a bet, bro. And it's so volatile, bro. Like somebody can get injured and the whole dynamic changes for your bet.
Yep.
You can do a 100%. Like for example, that bet that you were doing earlier with Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill comes out and gets injured. Boom.
That whole bet's gone.
The whole bet's gone, bro.
Even though you thought it was guaranteed.
Yeah.
So
now I wish that these apps would start letting you buy like injury protection, and like lowering it a little bit. But you do have like the what's it called, like the
flex parlays.
yeah, you have like the flex parlays for that. So you have those, but like still like I don't know.
Yeah. So other sports books that I've been on prior to Hard Rock, they voided it. If an
Yes.
injury happened, they would void
There
it.
are
It's just
some
it's Hard Rock.
Yeah.
Hard Rock's the main one that sucks with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll do that. Yeah. It sucks, but.
But that's how they make. They make so much money off of injuries, bro.
Yeah. And so going back to the other topic, I don't really see much of a gain for me. Somebody giving me money and then being like, here, do what you want with it. What do I get out of that?
Yeah.
I'm putting my time and effort in just to make somebody else money. And then they're like, yeah, but I'll give you a little cut. And it's like, dude, but if I wanted a cut, I could just go make these bets with my money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just risking somebody else's money, and I'd feel bad.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah, I'd be scared to take somebody else's money and do it, bro.
Yeah, no, I don't want it. That's why going way back to the Discord, we spoke about the Discord. That's why I stopped the Discord, because I was like, dude, for one, it takes so much of my time to sit there and screenshot and put all of my bets into the app for free. But then on the other end, I also don't want to charge people money and then these bets don't hit. So I just was conflicted. Like, do I just keep doing it for free, giving people free sauce? And then, it's just, I just didn't want to.
And then as soon as I start charging, my shit stops hitting
because,
or something.
sports betting goes in waves, man.
Yep.
You're never going to be 100%.
No.
There's no way. I've had a month where I win. I think the most I won in a month was like 20 grand or something like that.
Fire.
But then I've had a month where I lost 5 or 6, So it's like, dude, you just...
Not just that, but also like live bets and on the fly bets. You make a lot of your money off of those.
Yeah.
And then like the amount of time that you would take screenshotting it, typing out what it needs to hit, posting it, people would have a minute, 2 minutes maybe to get lock in their bet, which is so hard.
But I
that's a
will
really
say
good point.
those that do it, because people do that, right? And they do it for all kinds of different things. But those that do it, I do think the one thing that gets through is like most of the people end up being there for the journey. Or the ride.
Yeah.
And honestly, even the live bet shit, it's like, I gotta stay on it. I gotta see what
that
this
would be
guy's
cool doing
doing
like a Twitch or something like that with your live
That's
bets.
a lot of work, though. It's a lot of work.
Like during
That's actually smart.
during like basketball season, football season, shit like that, like certain nights, like game nights, it might be worth like hopping on a Twitch and like.
That's actually really smart. I think Twitch gambling is illegal though.
But there's other ones. What's the other one that's?
You would have to do like
There's a website that's competing with Twitch right now. I forgot what it's called. It's like
Kick.
Kick. I
Yeah.
think Kick lets you do it because a lot of people are going on there and doing like their like casino betting and shit like that on there.
Yeah.
So
that's actually a really good idea. That way, because that is something.
because they can lock in as you're locking in and they can see your thought
Yeah,
process, everything.
Exactly. I'm glad you brought that up because that was another reason why I canceled Discord. Because I'm like, dude, all my money's coming from live bets.
Yeah.
And I don't have time to put the live, because by the time I put a live bet in and put it in there, the odds they change every second. So they're not getting the same odds that I'm getting, and then it could be changing, and then they'll put the wrong thing in. And it's like, so doing a live stream, that's actually, that's not a bad idea.
Came here. Y'all heard it first here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, come check me out on Kick.
Who do you learn from?
Waterway
Or is it
Will.
all Phil?
Who did I learn from?
Who do you learn from? Do you follow anybody? Do you watch anything? Do you get like?
Yeah, so I started scrolling around different sports books pages because there's a lot of people that have social media where all they do is post bets. And I kind of just seen their thought process on things, kind of experimented with it, and then switched it up to my liking. But in terms of like my style of betting, like the whole $300, and I kind of just came up with that on my own after trial and error. My first couple of months, I wasn't that good. I was either negative or barely positive. And then just over time, I just started finding things. I was like, oh, this works. And then as soon as something would work, I would go and send it to all my homeboys. Yo, try this thing. And that's how Zach found out about my little over-under at halftime thing. And whenever things work, I just stick with it. That's it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. 1000%, bro.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know. Some of this shit too is like gambling to me these days feels like weed a little bit, where it's like, man, it's so like normalized in most states for it to be so restricted.
Yeah.
In Florida, especially, like one of the most conservative states is so like, but it's because it's Seminoles. So
Shout out to Seminoles. Don't fuck with us. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't even see it as gambling at this point, man.
No.
Because I feel like when you say the word gambling, it's like a degenerate term. And I'm like, dang, dude, I'm trying to be a good Christian man and stuff, and I'm out here gambling. But I think the only real bad thing about gambling, or when gambling becomes
sports betting,
a bad thing, no.
It's called sports betting.
No, when gambling becomes bad is when there's an addiction. And now you're not being able to pay bills because of it.
Or like you're trying to like lose your house.
Yeah,
and
now
your
you're
cars.
losing your house because of it.
But even then, I like Russian roulette. That's gambling.
Yeah.
Bro, like it's the luck of the number, the luck of the color, like whatever the case is. Like there's no way you could get good at Russian roulette. The only thing you could do is the only thing you really do is be smart. Like if I win, if I put 300 on the Russian roulette and I happen to win 500, I'm only gonna do the next round with the 200. Like you could do that. You could be a smart gambler. But I see sports betting like day trading.
Yeah.
Like it's educated gambles.
Yeah.
It's thought out.
It is different.
It's timed out. Like it's a lot. It's way different because even the most skilled things you could do in a casino, like I don't know, like blackjack or something, where like okay, you could have a feel for what's next or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
You still don't know. It's still like what you're trying to count in your mind or whatever. Versus, I mean, like Tyreek Hill hitting
50 yards, that's a 90% chance happening.
Yeah. Or like how fast can this team come back by two scores before the end of the game, like in baseball or whatever. It's like, man, that's like day trading. That's like you doing research on Microsoft and they're about to drop this new AI, so I'm gonna buy the stock right now because it's gonna come up next month or some shit, or their earnings, or that's what I'm saying. Like you sound just like a day trader.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I can see the similarities,
but
for
it's
sure,
sports, bro. Like I don't know. That's what agree with you. It's not gambling, right?
Yeah,
you
I don't
are
think so.
like because you're gonna lose or whatever, but at the same time, it's like it's educated bets.
Yeah,
that's all it is. Man.
Everything in life is a gamble, though.
That
Let's
is
be
true
real.
though. Like the way you're saying it, like if you want to compare sports betting to gambling, then it's like why is stocks not considered gambling?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
it's
is.
more
It is.
It's more
Day trading,
comparison.
you know, like exactly why is day trading not considered gambling, but sports betting is considered gambling.
Yeah.
Sports betting is more similar to like day trading and shit like that than it is to going to the casino.
That is so
with a
true
band.
though.
Dude, everything is gambling. Think about it, bro. You pay to go to college with a risk of you not being able to get a job. You know,
Open a business. Everything.
Yeah, you open a business, you're taking a big gamble, bro. It can flop, or it can succeed. It's man. So,
It's facts, bro. Businesses do it every day. When we make decisions on projects, we calculate the ROI. What's the ROI? We're getting the odds.
Yeah, that's the odds.
We're getting the odds on the bet, and then we go bet. I'll put $100 because I think I can get $60.
What are the odds, and then what is like the possible return that we can receive?
That's
from these
all
odds?
it is, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody does that shit, man.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're plus 2,000. Okay, let's lock in that.
Let's lock in that $100 bucks.
Let's lock in.
That's the same shit, bro. People could do that all the fucking time. It's I don't know. But the difference is, I think a little bit is more people do sports betting and more people lose.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
it gets that connotation, that negative connotation like a gambling does, versus like less people are doing day trading, less people are doing stocks and shit, and honestly, less people are doing. It's the same shit though. When we calculate what's the ROI or what's the net present value of this decision, it's like, oh, you're making me calculate the odds. Like these sports betting platforms are calculating the odds. What do we want to value Tyreek getting 100 yards? How do we want to value Tyreek getting 75?
Yeah, and people for some reason look at it different. Like I know people that know nothing about sports betting, but they're down to just go all in. Here, take $100, take $200. But then if you tell them, hey, go invest in the stock market, they're like, whoa, I need to know more about this first.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, dude, you should feel the same way about sports betting, bro.
You got to be like Mattress Mac, bro.
Yeah, Mattress Mac, the most biased bettor ever. If it's Houston, it's a mill.
But
He don't
he's
care.
so smart, bro.
No, he's a genius.
But
he's very biased.
You know his model, right? You know his model?
What's that?
Mattress Max?
Uh-uh.
So you know who he is? What? So Mattress Mac is like he owns a mattress store, like a furniture mattress store, right? And what he does is he goes and puts like $1 million, $2 million bet on a game. And basically what he does is says everybody who buys basically a mattress from my store or whatever, if the Houston wins, right? Then he basically says like I'll give you guys like X amount of dollars, or it's free, or some crazy shit.
Yeah.
And so what he does is that incentivizes everybody to come buy from his store. So like, it's like, we have to buy now because if he hits, then we're gonna get our money back or whatever. But like the thing is that like if they hit, he doubles his money.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't hit, then he just sold all those mattresses and made his money back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Smart motherfucker,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
He incorporated it into the
Smart,
business.
bro.
He took the will method
Yeah.
and put it in there. I taught him
So
a thing or
smart.
two.
Hell yeah.
But
I did hear about him though. I didn't know his name.
that really makes me wonder though. You guys remember like when for Busch Gardens, they did whenever the Bucks win, that you can go and get a free day at Busch Gardens. What was their incentive on that? If you're a Florida resident, you can get a free day of Busch Gardens. Did you guys know about that or no?
No.
Nah.
That was whenever Tom Brady was there. I got like a bunch of passes and shit for them.
I never even heard
Yeah,
of
you
that.
had to go to like where'd you have to pick them up at? You had to pick them up at like fuck, what was the name of the store? It was like a furniture store. You had to go pick them up at though.
I'm not sure.
But they were doing it too. I just wonder what their incentive for it was.
No, I mean, last thing, like on that, I did see something where I think is fucking smart as fuck and is cool, but I don't know what happened during the season where it was during the NBA season and every home court does this where it's like, hey, if this person misses a free throw, everybody gets free dominoes or whatever, right? And then I forgot who it was, but purposefully missed it, and the whole crowd went crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like, why wouldn't you do that? Like as a business, A, why wouldn't you do that?
Get your name out there.
But B, it's like it's cool because it gives a chance for the players to interact with the whole crowd, you know, and like everybody's wants him to miss that free throw or some shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah, then they lose by 1 point. And
Yeah,
it's
and
like,
then Will's over under don't hit, and he's like, yo, this is bullshit, bro.
Yo, that's crazy.
That's stuff you got to take into
Bro,
consideration
I've
too.
lost on
Yeah.
free throws before, and that's the most painful hurt, bro.
Yeah.
That'll start changing shit, man.
Yeah.
But all right, man, that's it, bro. You got anything else you want to get off?
No, man. I think I'm good.
Good fucking episode, bro.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
Thank
That
you
was
for
fun.
sliding, bro.
I
Thank you
appreciate y'all for
coming
having
through,
me,
man.
bro. That was fun.
Let's go. The last Paul brother. We got him here in the flesh. Yes, sir. Again, thank you guys for listening for another week. Make sure you like,
Follow.
share.
Subscribe.
Hey.
Yes, sir. Make sure we'll put his socials down there if you want to connect with them on how to get big, how to go through the military, and more. What we know you're gonna hit him up about is sports betting. So
Recruiter Will. What?
yeah, all that shit's gonna be down in the description. Thank you guys for listening.
Hey, one more thing too. If you need any info on Christianity, I got you on that too.
Yes.
Gotcha.
You need guidance? Let's
Need
go.
some guidance? I
Yes,
got
sir.
you.
My dog. We out of here, man. Pocket Watch.
Out.